Jordan, describe how you get to work every day.
Once I got to work the first time, I'd say it was pretty stagnant. Like, I would say I live at work.
I mean, don't we all, really?
That's true.
If you think about it.
Scott.
Yeah? Still my spy voice.
I know, it's hard to not want to answer that way.
Everybody vote for Scott, come on.
What do you wear while working?
It varies. It varies because it depends on exactly what I'm doing in the role.
I see.
Well,
Okay.
at your job, what do you... I mean, you have a job description.
No, I do, but it depends on the location of where I'm working.
I see what you're saying.
The activity.
At the location that I'm working, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. GP,
Yes.
what's the weather like generally?
Distant.
Interesting.
Okay.
Kyle.
Yes.
That was Kyle's spy voice. That was
I
for
was
sure.
doing Sean
That was
Connery.
100% Kyle's spy voice.
What do you say that you work but what do you say you crap.
With intellectually disabled.
Yeah. Are you working with me, Kyle?
with Rocky Balboa.
What do you say your work moves from time to time?
Yes, it does. Jesse, do you typically...
Yes.
Yeah, would you say you're typically like just walking around or running around? Or like kind of walking fast in the area, like speed walking?
I would say none of the above. To be honest, there's not much walking or running to be done.
So you're crawling.
I got you.
You do have to work out every once in a while, so you might do some jogging then. But the actual work itself isn't a lot of.
No, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So Kyle, describe the food at your work. What's the food like?
The food is a surprise.
A surprise?
I see.
How so?
A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one.
Yep.
Okay.
They only eat climax.
I'm going to answer every question with a surprise.
Surprise!
I guess a surprise if good or
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, a surprise what?
If it's good.
yeah.
If it's good or not.
Oh,
I
okay.
can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's ask GP.
Okay.
What is your view like?
Well, pretty stunning actually. Get around, see a lot of the world. So my view is actually pretty nice, and ever changing.
Yeah, I could totally see that, GP.
Scott.
Yes.
Would you say you get out much at your job?
Not as much as I'd like to.
Okay.
All right.
That was unhelpful.
That's my turn to do
I
it.
can see it.
I can see it, but it's.
I agree.
We're recording, Kirk.
We are good.
Oh, just kidding. Bye.
When you finish work, Jordan,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of activities do you do activities with your colleagues? Is there like a social environment?
Yeah, mine's pretty distant from the rest, so I've got a little bit more of a trek to do than a lot of the other people. But yeah, I'd say it's a lot of downtime, a whole lot of downtime, I would say. What type of education would you say this job requires?
Massive amounts of education, and besides the various degrees that you need to even get a foot into the door. In order to get my position, you would need years and years
I
and
see, I
years
see.
of on-job training.
Well, see, now the spy knows we're in McDonald's.
Exactly.
Yeah.
British McDonald's, but
Brit-
still
yeah.
McDonald's.
Yeah, you need to know exactly where to put those gherkins for maximum gherkin coverage.
It takes lots of brain
I got a
matter.
PhD in using a fryer.
I got a degree from Mustard University.
There you go.
All right, so are we voting or are we going around?
Everyone else is gonna have to catch up with that one. Oh,
God.
Oh,
I'm not sure anybody's got the Delta Spy card this time, to be honest.
You know what, Jordan? You're on a fucking roll right there, buddy.
eee. That's right. Relish in my greatness.
You two want to shut up, or I'll call a pound you.
Oh.
More like half pound. Oh, sorry.
God. You know what? You try that, Scott, and I'm going to give you one big whopper. No?
I'd like to see you fry.
Oh,
All
oh my God. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
good night,
I don't
everybody.
blame you for unsubbing right now.
What are we doing? Are we going around again, or are we?
We could try and vote if everybody's comfortable with it.
I literally have no idea.
I think
You
I've
don't mean to
whittled
say
it.
that.
I think I've whittled it down to 2 possibilities.
same.
Yes.
Well, so who would that possibilities be?
Well, that's why you vote.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I was
vote.
voting.
All right.
vote.
Well, then let's vote and then we'll talk about
Let's stop.
We're,
The
we're
player who
vaguely going by
answers
the
the
rules.
question, blah, blah, blah. A successful vote on a suspect. Any player at any time can suspect another player to be the spy and ask the others to vote. If all players vote for the same suspect, the round ends.
I suspect Kyle.
I suspect.
He threw my card. Or my... All right. So why do you suspect Jesse?
Because he seemed confused when I answered his question
I personally
about
think
the food.
I personally
I
think that Jesse answered probably better than everyone else in the group.
I actually agree with because I was confused by your answer on that.
I was
actually.
confused by his
Now that you remind me.
question. Yeah, 100%.
I was very confused by Jordan.
What'd I do this time, Scott?
I meant his sexuality. But
Oh.
I'm gonna, there was enough from Kyle to
What's
make
the
me
matter?
think-
Is it because I'm straight sailor?
I feel.
Don't give our location away.
I have to vote for Kyle because of the food is a surprise vote thing.
Yeah, there wasn't enough substance there.
I'm sorry
There
that
wa- there
all
was-
your spies.
See, no, there was enough substance there, just not enough flavor.
So would you say that you are the spy, Kyle?
I am not the spy.
Crap, then it's Scott.
Oh.
Dix.
So does the spy get to guess if he wants to?
Yeah.
So I have to
Oh,
guess
it-
where I have to. I am the spy.
I
right.
Yeah.
gathered.
You have to guess where we are.
Yeah.
It's McDonald's.
I think
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
it's the space station.
You
There
are
was-
correct.
There was
You are
enough
correct.
about the submarine to make it close.
By the way, I was the commander. Blah.
I was the
I was a
pilot.
doctor.
You all
was
bow down
fine.
to me.
That's why I asked GP if he needs a checkup.
Oh.
You ask Scott if
You
he
asked
needs
Scott,
to
yeah.
check up.
Close enough.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. But we also wouldn't know that one of
So-
the roles is a doctor.
I keep going
Why would
against
the food
my
be a
gut.
surprise?
I mean, I did that jokingly.
Why would the food be a surprise? I don't get that
because-
answer still.
Do
because
you know how space food works?
you get rations, don't you, of like packets
Yeah.
of stuff.
Yeah, but it's all gross. That's not really.
Well, it doesn't.
Some of
not
it can be
necessarily
good.
all
That's why I said
gross.
surprise.
Some
Oh.
could be
Because
less
I've-
gross than other.
Yeah.
All right, well, fine then.
Like I know their ice cream. It's not like the best, but it tastes like ice cream.
There was enough about that round to make me keep going back to, could it be a submarine? Like GP with, I get to see a lot of the world. I'm like, well, he's got to be talking about a space station.
I
but he
loved
could
the
be
way he
talking
phrased
about-
that one. I was
Yeah.
in my mind. I was like, yeah, because at first I was like, oh god. Whenever he asked what's he see, I was like, this is going to give it away. Then he said he sees a lot of the world. I was like, yes, go GP.
Yeah, but then he was like,
Yeah.
there's enough variety, and I'm like, or a lot of variety, and I'm like, is there a lot of variety? Because once you've seen the Earth rotate once, surely you've seen it.